applause.
Thank you. First of all, folks, I just caught the end of Ron presentation. Come on, guys, give a round of applause for that, man. That was awesome, bro. All right, so my name is Mark. Firstly, I want to start off by talking about what is a signature. So, most often, the signature drink of a bartender or a bar is chosen by the guests. It's what they want you to make the most. But for this challenge, I thought of it a different way. I wanted to make something that represented me, was more my signature.
Great.
But then when I got thinking about it, I have no idea what I represent. I don't have any idea. So I'll go back in time a bit. When I finished high school, I didn't know what I wanted to study. I had no idea. So I started to travel. I went off to England for a little bit. I worked in bars there. It was a fantastic experience. I went off to Thailand. Great culture, great food. I moved off to Mexico for a little bit. That was fun. Also great culture, great food. I spent some time in Los Angeles. But after all of that, I knew I loved to travel. That's what I got from that. But I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. So I joined the cruise ships. I worked in the bars there and worked my way through. Now, originally, I'm from South Africa, which is the southernmost peninsula of the African continent. And for centuries, we've had the global spice trade sail past our ports. And this has had a massive impact on our culture. Actually, we're known as the Rainbow Nation because we have so many cultures represented there. So we also have so much food. We have Cape Malay, Indian, Dutch pastries. We like to barbecue, all sorts. So yeah, we've got a huge influence of the spice market. But actually, I'm here representing Global Travel, which is the cruise ships. So currently, my cruise ship is stationed in the Caribbean. So I thought it only fitting to make a Caribbean milk punch for you. But I need to twist it up a bit. I wanted to make it more the style of the bar that I work in, the Haven Bar. Now this is like a classic, more like relaxed style of bar. So I needed to twist the cocktail a little bit. As you can see, I'll start off with my cocktail now. I've got a milk liqueur that I made. Now I started off by compounding a bunch of spices from around the world. Vanilla, which is the world's second most popular flavor. Black pepper, which is the most traded spice in the world. Cinnamon from Sri Lanka. I've got coffee beans, which I think originally from Ethiopia, but Arabia was the first ones to roast it and brew it. Cardamom, which is very expensive, by the way. So I compounded a bunch of these ingredients, which I've got represented here. The raw spices are here. And then I made my own spice blend from the spices around the world, which is represented in my globe decanter here. So I welcome anybody who wants to give it a smell or experience the spices. And then I mixed that with some milk and clarified that to get my clarified milk liqueur. So I'm going to do 1.5 ounces of that. Then I chose to do a syrup from an ingredient that's local to South Africa. It's not very well known around the world. Actually, it's probably not even that well known in South Africa, only really in the Cape region. It's called buku. Have any of you heard of it before? I have it here, so please afterwards. It's really interesting. It's eucalyptus, a little bit minty, like mountain freshness, because it's from the mountains. It was used by the local tribes as a medicine for everything. And then when the Dutch arrived, they started to make a tincture from it. I mean, master distillers, right? So they put it in some brandy and they made a tincture, which is actually still in use today. So I've got here a rich buku syrup. I'm just going to do 1/2 ounce. Then for my main spirit, which I don't have any spirits here at all. I've got Zacapa. Now, I chose Zacapa. Obviously, it's a milk punch rum. It's very rich. A lot of spices like spiced oak, which I thought was perfect. But actually, the real reason why I chose Zacapa is because rum at the moment has sort of got that like party boy reputation about it. It's the pirate of the spirits. But Zacapa is different. It's more elevated, it's quite a bit more classy and elegant, which fits my signature bar perfectly. So 1.5 ounces of Zacapa. Have any of you been on a cruise ship before? You have? What did you think? Be honest. Yeah? You enjoyed it? Really? Well, that's the point. Yeah, it's an escape. It's an escape. That's why the name of our ships are so perfect. We've got escape, we've got getaway, breakaway, for example. Which ship was it that you guys were? Yeah? So just for the world class? Yeah. Oh, that's cool, man. Well, you're welcome to join me on mine, bro. Anytime. Perfect. Perfect. Let's drop a cube of ice in here. So much like how you would wander through a spice market and you'll experience all the wonderful smells and aromas and textures. The Norwegian Escape sails around the world, sampling each port of call. But also, on the other hand, we've got the Haven Lounge, where you can experience an array of different flavors that you wouldn't normally experience through our cocktails, but also through all the different cultures that we have represented on board. So it's truly an experience. And there you have it, folks. Market Spice Punch. Please enjoy.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mark, for that. A bit of applause for Mark. So, judges, can you please enjoy? So, what's the name of the drink?
Market Spice Punch.
A real trip around the world.
Yeah, right.
Oh, right. Julie, Tristan, Alex, any comment, questions for Mark?
Well done. That was great. I really like the introduction of all the spices, and you know, it's probably, as you kind of identified it, it's maybe a little bit trickier for you because A, you've traveled a lot by the sounds of things, and B, you're on a bar that's constantly traveling as well.
Right.
And so, you know, you have to find a way to bring sort of world travel and different flavors into your cocktail, which I think you did successfully. It's great, all the tinctures there and everything. I did spot my book, by the way. Thanks.
That was lucky. That wasn't on purpose.
And no, I really enjoyed the presentation. It was nicely paced, very composed. Yeah, thank you. The wonderful Julie will model that.
Yeah. He's read it.
Amazing and funny because I didn't even realize the obstacle you would have, coming from a cruise ship. Obviously, how, and you work with your own identity brilliantly. And I think this is also the special thing about world class, because I think in these uncertain times, I think this competition beautifully demonstrates how amazing the bar community is all around the world, and we bring people together better than any other government, politicians, or anybody out there. So well done.
Thank you, sir.
I really enjoyed the cocktail. I think, obviously punch is something that has a great deal of history and traveling and ships and going around the world. So very, very nicely done. I also like that you let us know a little bit about your South African heritage and brought that into your cocktail as well. So great job.
Thank you. Guys, if you want to taste any of the ingredients on their own, I do have some little cups if you want to, but I would invite you please to smell the buku.
Yeah, I would love to.
It's cool, right? Yeah. Yeah. But with a mountain sort of feel